What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and we're going to be talking about Team of the Year, just outright, just giving you guys what I'm feeling about it, because many of you guys are asking, what do I really feel? What's the real truth about this promo? What's going on with it? Everything that you need to know about it, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you right now. The number one thing that I want to say, and I think many of you guys would agree, if you played your weekly challenges with Team of the Week, most of you guys made out with the auctionable player that you got. I got one of the more higher ranked players in Aaron Donald. Some of you guys did not, but guess what? It was auctionable and a lot of you guys made coins. Not only that, you additionally were able to get another free card with Team of the Year, which I showed you guys and showcased it to you immediately by playing these challenges and getting another NAT version, which in certain cases, many of you made out with that as well. So there were a lot of different opportunities as far as what EA did. I think it's a W as far as it goes with the way that they were able to give us free players. Now, with the players themselves, it's a different story. Many of you guys, when I break cards down, some of you guys, if you haven't been around GmiasWorld for a while, you don't really understand the lingo when I'm describing things. For those of you guys that are my veterans, you know pretty much when I'm telling you something about a card, it's because the card has been tested prior with the same actual attributes, and we know that it's not going to be any different. So I'm going to let you guys know the real facts about the card. So let me explain to you guys the only Team of the Year card that I currently have, and the one that I currently wanted, George Kittle in bits. Why do I have George Kittle? And he's actually, he's there for certain reasons. I am going to put him back as the starter or whatever and switch it back up. Primarily because I had Lane Johnson when I was more of a runner with the Oakland Raiders playbook, but I just recently, I played in the Madden Championship Series, all right? I was lucky enough to get an invite to the Championship Series if you guys want to follow that journey, because it's my first chance at being a Madden Pro, which a lot of you guys were able to watch it live and see it actually happen. We got some wins, we took some losses, but it was a very, very good learning experience. The New England Patriots playbook is pretty much why I'm going to probably go back to utilizing other things, because I think the Patriots playbook might give me the best opportunity to start passing the ball instead of running the ball every snap. And then I don't have to deal with edge blitz and all that other foolishness that's going on. That's going to probably help me a lot more. So I am going to be changing this back. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. If you guys want to keep it this way and run Oakland's playbook, that's fine. But again, I think it was a reason for me getting that playbook during the Madden Championship Series, because I think that overall, I'm going to just start changing up and going back to my old school days when I just passed the ball no matter what. Even though it's not advantageous in this Madden, because a 3'4" squirrel will pick you off and run it for 6, pick your mom's Pandora. Yes, an actual squirrel of another species. But that's just the way that it goes in the game, and we have to be, pretty much used to that at this point. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys again, the next video, you probably will see George Kittle being back to starter. I'll have Delaney Walker as the backup, and I'll just go back and put my right guard where it's going to be, the right tackle, all that stuff, and then we'll go from there. So now, why am I so excited about George Kittle? I'm going to go ahead and break it down really quickly. He is probably going to be better for you guys if you guys go with the, if you guys decide to stay with Oakland and run the ball every single snap like I used to. You're probably going to get a lot of wins, because if you put him at tight, like as a wide receiver in any of those tight sets, the eye tight, strong wing tight, whatever, you can't press Kittle with that 93 speed against most corners. All right, it's just not going to work out. If you do that, he's going to burn you deep. Now, the reasoning behind why he's going to burn you deep is going to vary. Sometimes it will make absolutely no sense. The animations that you get will make no sense. It'll be kind of weird. And in most cases, he'll just outright burn the player even if they play backed off coverage. Because what happens is, I don't know if there's like some kind of a tune when it's a tight end, actually at the wide receiver position, when they're a little bit faster. But if the guy backs off, he backs off on pace based on the acceleration and the speed of the player that he's backing off against. So if you play over the top coverage, for those of you guys that know what I'm talking about, you press triangle and up on the right stick, right analog, or if you're on Xbox, you press Y and up on the right stick. After you press, you're playing over the top. So the first thing that corner is going to do is backpedal. If you guys didn't know that, I like to give you guys these tips thoroughly throughout the videos. Many of you guys that watch me live, I explain some of this stuff live as well. That not getting beat over the top, depending on how good the corner is, the backpedaling, it's going to be offset based on George Kittle's height, weight, and everything else that goes into his card. It's only going to backpedal based on how fast that card actually is. So if it's Randy Moss and the corner is good, he's going to backpedal a lot faster back. Okay, and I've actually tested it out against several players. Because George Kittle is not as fast, but he has a 93 speed, and it's kind of like gauge based on his height and weight, they don't backpedal off of him as fast. And then if you get a little bit of time, which, like I said, if you're going to be running that new, the Oakland playbook, and you're running that tight, strong wing, any of those wing plays, whatever, be very, very careful and watch the separation. Because if he doesn't get the separation and you have a quarterback like Tom Brady or, Troy Aikman still, and you have lead pass elite, you can lead pass the ball inside on the streak. If the person gets lead pass elite or any kind of lead, the lead elite type of plays, you can get that kind of inside position. But that'll be something I have to go further into because some of you guys have been asking about that, and I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to that for you guys. You just gotta let me know. Leave it in the comments. Do you really want to know how Pass Elite actually works? Let me know in the comments. The more people that want to see it, I will definitely dive into it for you because you can't go OP like Madden 12, Madden 13 with the inside fade, but you can get certain plays where he will lead it very, very well inside, and I'll go over that. But again, George Kittle is one of the biggest W's. We're going to go over Russell Wilson. We're going to go over Aaron Donald, and I'm going to give you guys insight into why it doesn't make sense for those players. But this guy is the only one. The real honest truth, he's the biggest W. If you got a Russell Wilson at quarterback, I can see how you would like that. But for me, because I went back to more of the field generals, I'm going to stick with field generals because they just make the throws way better. And I'm just being completely honest. The throws are way better. You don't need to run outside the pocket like an idiot and use escape artists because you can lead now. So that's the way it offsets. For those of you guys that are making fun of me for using Tom Brady. Also, I did receive a question about the Tom Brady upgrade with the Thanksgiving card. I went over that where you have to create the Tom Brady through using the Harvest set and building them up. You can't get it any other way because the 92 overall Tom Brady is not auctionable. Some of you guys were saying that you can use training. I don't think that that's true. I don't know. Do I have another Tom Brady power-up I could kind of show you guys really quickly? I could go check it, but if I go through here, I don't think it gives you the option to see if you can require training, but let me know in the comments because some of you guys said you can bypass it with training, but I don't think that was the case. I thought that you had to have, make the card or use a power-up pass, but I could be wrong about that, so let me know because people have been trying to make the Tom Brady since they've seen me with him, and he's pretty good for what I'm doing. If I get a Troy Aikman that's better and upgraded, I will be going back to Troy Aikman. There's no doubt about that. I won so many games with Troy Aikman. It's no way I'm not going to go back to Troy. All right, I just want to point that out as well. But that lead pass elite is on the next level of glitchiness. Team of the year quarterback with Russell Wilson, you can get good plays out of that. But again, it's all about your preference, guys. You don't have to build your team based on what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be that way, but I'm letting you guys understand that with these team of the year players, what is the W's, what is the L's? Russell Wilson, you guys can argue that he's a W, and I probably couldn't argue back. It's just like, yo, bro, you guys got me. It is what it is. Would I go ahead and use him? No. He's not a field general. It doesn't work for me. So if that's the kind of thing you like to do, you want a mobile quarterback that could, throw on the run and do stuff like that with a lack of lead play, then you can go ahead and do that. For me, it's not going to work out that way, so I'm going to leave it the way that I am, and I'm going to stay with field generals for the longevity of the remainder of the year. Maybe they tune the game and it gets a little bit better where people can get a little bit more lead pass action with different archetypes, but I'm just urging you guys to understand, these different archetypes, they mean a lot. Getting escape artists, getting these, dashing dead eyes and all that stuff, very, very good. They did give him the, proper throw power. Power up will bring him to 93, plus the 3 you get from John Madden Coach and Go Deep, that'll go 96, more than enough. But again, he doesn't have that lead pass, all right? He doesn't have the field general action going on. And that's why I feel that it's not suitable for me. If you guys are used to running around like an idiot with no eye sockets and enjoying the game the way it was built to be played, go ahead and do that. Have fun with it. Because remember, at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, I'm happy for you. All right, when it starts to become like stressful, oh my God, I can't get wins. I don't like to hear that, which is why I give everybody different objectives on how they can win so that you never get frustrated. Let me be frustrated and figure it out and take L's in my file. You don't do that part. I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on. All right, so he has all that other good stuff. Very, very good numbers. All right, you can't knock his numbers. High quality quarterback, doesn't fit the criteria of the archetype that I want. All right, he works for you, you go ahead and grab him. Now, Aaron Donald is a whole different story. And I'm going to break him down a lot more, because a lot of you guys, when you hear me say he's garbage, you're like, yo, Gmias, what you talking about, bro? I don't understand why you're saying that about him, you know? Okay, let me pretty much break it down like this, right? This is not the power-up stats. Remember, I don't play Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith has not started in the game for me. Like, even though he's my main starter, I sub him out immediately. He doesn't even see the field, okay? He has very, very similar numbers with those key 3 things: block shedding, power moves, finesse moves. If you look at them, he gets chemmed up pretty much identical to what Aaron Donald goes. Aaron Donald gets like he gets 85 plus a 388. You're a Rams theme team, you got a 90. That's great, fine. But everything else that goes on, Bruce Smith is pretty much a poor man's Aaron Donald. I ask you, why would you spend when you don't have to? Why would you go ahead and invest in training when you don't have to? When there's another player that has very, very similar, attributes? And the honest answer is, if you're not a fan of the Rams or you're not a fan of Aaron Donald, it doesn't make any sense to go ahead and go this route. It just doesn't. It's very, very foolish. So when I'm saying that he's trash, you see his archetype, these strength, these power rushes, like, even though they have the same block shed power moves, maybe finesse moves. You see like how his finesse move is a 94 and Nick Bosa's is a 90, but he has the archetype of a speed rusher and finesse move. Nick Bosa is going to play better in this game right now than Aaron Donald will. Now, Aaron Donald may make big plays every now and again. Nick Bosa is spinning off of everybody every single play. And you'll notice that if you understand how to, change the blitz angles of your players, whether you crash them down, you crash them right, crash them left, crash them up, you'll see differences more with your finesse speed rushers than you would with these strong power rushers. And we figured that out together over the last month, which is why a lot of you guys have addressed the team. And now you're like, oh, Gmias, I'm winning 13, 14 games a week in league when I was winning 3. Because the speed rushes make a huge difference. This one guy is not worth the power up and everything else that goes into it. At the beginning of the year, he was really, really good. EA started to tune the game. Whatever they did adjusted the way that these strength players with their archetype, these bull-nosed, hard-nosed, rushing, strong guys play the game. It's all about the speed and finesse. That's exactly what this is all about. So when I'm saying he's garbage, I'm not saying that he's trash based on his attributes. He's not going to give me the impact that even Nick Bosa would give me. Even though I put Danielle Hunter in this position with 99 finesse move, he's not going to give me that impact. So why would I waste my time with this card? I just wouldn't. That's the honest answer to it. So as you go through it, you can go ahead and play around with it and see what I'm talking about, and then try your finesse move players out. And remember, my whole D line is all finesse move. So some of you guys have finesse here, finesse there. My whole D line is finesse. So it's a huge difference with the way that they play the run and the pass, because everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody is spinning off of that lineman. Everybody is trying to make the first move to get to the quarterback. I don't know if you guys are as invested as I am in this situation. So because that's the case, it may be a lot harder for you guys to accomplish some of your goals. Because if you're trying to get a very, very high, like crazy speed rush, like you're blitzing everybody and you want that, you're probably not going to have that same success when it comes to that if you don't have these speed rushers. Now, even though he has all those attributes and you guys are going to be like, yo, look at the power moves, look at this, doesn't matter. Just put him in the game. It doesn't matter. Other than you saying that you got a high overall card, it really just doesn't matter. And I'm being honest, like it just doesn't matter, because the differences with the way that the game is when it was released and where it is now is night and day. Aaron Donald, when they gave us that beta of Madden 20, these numbers would have broken the game. It would have absolutely made you want to run away with one butt cheek missing. Now, he'll get blocked by like a 89 overall lineman for a little bit, whatever. It's not the same game, guys. You have to adjust. And if you don't adjust, you'll just continue to lose. And that's pretty much, that's where I am with it in a nutshell. No reason to debate, because I've tried it. I've shown you guys. I've won so many games with the finesse crew, and I've done everything that I possibly can to make sure you guys understand this is what it is. Now, as far as everybody else goes, obviously Everson Griffin is not even in the ballpark. Now, this guy gets Enforcer, I believe, but these guys are not like these run stopper archetypes, all jokes. Strength, when the game first came out and I got Linval Joseph and that high strength meant something, How many of you guys were riding with me back then when you saw that I was just stopping the run with no problem? Then they patched the game, and then escape artist became a thing, and then everything just went crazy. Dude started running around outside the backfield. Bro, one butt cheek is cut off, no eye sockets, throwing the ball off their back foot with dashing deadeye. It became crazy. And a lot of the other things started to change. Would I utilize this card? No, way too slow. He doesn't qualify as one of my left ends because obviously he's not he's not a speed rusher. Look at his speed. He's more of a D tackle than a left end. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand when you're evaluating these type of things, what are you looking for in the players? Now, going through everything else, I showed you about Russell Wilson. The running back was a joke. Both these running backs, Tariq Cohen, really, and Nick Chubb in my pants, really, with Derrick Henry balling out. But what does that mean? Maybe they go ahead and maybe they get eliminated. Because Derrick Henry, realistically, if this game had some of the Madden 18 running archetype, because like I love the smoothness of the run game in Madden 20, that's a huge W, like full control of your player. But if they gave these big backs the trucking aspect where you can just truck dudes and keep going, if they were to add that, Derrick Henry's going to end up being the best running back in the game. These two guys, I don't know what they're doing there, but I'm not even going to pay attention to it because it just angers me to see it there. Now, Ricard has crazy blocking numbers. Is he a guy that I would go after? I don't really run the ball no more, dog. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. After playing the Madden Championship, like I don't know if I'm gonna ever go back to just being a straight runner. I gotta decide it. Maybe I'll go into a rage and just not care anymore. But ideally, probably not. These numbers are insane though, because his run block being that high with the lead block and everything else, it's wild savage action going on. This dude has numbers to where he'll just lead block right to your mom's house. Like I'll be behind him and he'll be leading me to your mom's house and I'll get there and won't be late, which is crazy for me because I'm usually fashionably late. His run block is just what sets it apart. Lead block obviously going to be kept to a 99, so it's going to be insane with that high run block, and he has the impact block. Looking at those numbers, I don't see how you could go wrong, in all honesty. Is he a W? Like, it depends, bro. Like, am I going to go crazy to get him when I got Quentin Nelson? No, I'm just not going to do it. Like, it's not like it's that crazy about it. Like, I'm not going to go that wild about it. And that's just my honest opinion about it. Michael Thomas, we've all seen his speed. We don't need to look at that no more. You're not running around doing nothing with that. Beginning of the year, though, when you could actually like throw some inside passes, the route running was a little bit better, Michael Thomas was a dog. Also, remember, early in the year when I picked my team captain by mistake and I got Herman Moore, height actually mattered. They tuned the game to go back to like more of that Madden 16 feel with extra animation based, and then that's when everything just went crazy, and it made no sense to do it. So there's been a lot of changes with the game since the launch. Michael Thomas is coming in with a whopping 90 speed. It's not the same game. That's what I need you guys to understand. It's just not. And no matter what you do, it's not going to change. DeAndre Hopkins, same thing. 92 speed, 93 plus the 3, he goes to 96. That looks cute. But again, it's the animation base and things of that nature that goes into the game is just not the same thing. And I don't think it's worth it. This guy, because of John Madden coach, he automatically goes to a 98 speed, but we already have Tariq Cohen at a 98 speed. Will he play faster because he's already at a 97 and that's his true 97 in white speed as opposed to an upgraded blue chem? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that he'll play better, but is it something that you should spend money on? No. He's a 5'10 guy, and we already got a guy that's a backup on the same team. Well, he's a backup on our team, Ultimate Team, in Tyreek Hill, and we're going to wait for him to get another card. So I'm not going to go crazy over that. What's the point? We already know about Kittle and bits. The left tackle, Jason Peters, you know what I'm saying? Dude's extra fat with cheese. Do you want him or not? Like, you got to figure this out. Joe Staley, looking at the strength factor, he's stronger than Joe Thomas and the other guy that's there with Joe Staley. Run block 92, run block, okay. All right, this dude's garbage. All right, we're never gonna look. Yeah, Jason Peters, bro. Now we good. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Let's go. So left guard. What do we got there? Okay, Batonio. Okay, so what are you doing? What do you got going on? Because we got Bruce Matthews over there. So what do you? Okay, all right, you're not strong. You're on the Browns. All right, we're gonna pass on you. Like, bro, the dude got 2 L's, bro. He's not strong and he on the Browns. Yo, bro, why did I just back out of that, man? Let me go back. I was going too hard, dog. Like, I got to get out of that quick. Everybody else that's on the O line right now, I don't think that it's even worth. Well, actually, Zach Martin, maybe. You know, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He has some really, really good run numbers, but we'll do the center first, then we'll go to Zach Martin. Ryan Jensen, for some reason, I didn't like his card based on what we already had with Mawai. Okay, so bam, bam. Okay, run block. Okay, yeah, this dude. All right, we done with you. Nah, we good. We good. We good. All right, so right guard Zach Martin, 419. Okay, 93 strength. Great numbers there. Great numbers there, man. Good stuff. But we got Larry Allen, who's extra fat, and he's ready to roll at any snap. All right, 90. Okay, they gave him better numbers, better numbers, better numbers. Is it really worth it for the +1, +2s though? Probably not. Plus, we're playing Larry Allen out of position. Not that big of a deal. And then the right tackle, I believe you guys were saying was really good. In Brandon Smith, he played pretty well during the year for the Colts. 94 strength, huh? 90 run block power, run block, pass. Okay. So he's outright just better than Lane Johnson. Stronger, speed 67, which is a problem. Agility, he not there with that. Acceleration, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that real quick. All right, so we already went over the left end, the right end. Okay, the D tackle is who? All right, Geno Atkins, Grady Jarrett. These dudes is garbage, I believe. 72 speed. Okay. All right, you couldn't catch a dead cockroach. Okay. This guy, 79. Okay. Everything else that's going on right now is kind of ridiculous. So there really is no reason to go hard with it. I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much just not even go through the. Oh no, actually no. I'm going to we're going to take a look at the free safety. But again, there's going to be an upgrade to Pat Tillman very soon. So I don't see a reason why we need to even play around in the secondary. If you have a Sean Taylor already, there really is no reason. But because I know some of you guys will be like, yo, what about this? What about Luke Kuechly? I've already tweeted it out. Like, Luke Kuechly couldn't start on my team. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I think the free safety, you guys were going crazy about Fitzpatrick. The numbers look really good. It goes to 94, goes to 97 speed at free safety. But we already have the GOAT. We already have the GOAT with Sean Taylor there, so it realistically just doesn't make any sense to do that. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. It's up to you if you guys wanted to do it, but I just would not do it, and I don't know why. I just backed out because I thought I was going to go and show you the strong safety, which I am going to do that right now. So let me just show you that one. The corners also, Tre'Davious White, I'm going to show you that also. If you got any of these new cars like Champ Bailey, Rod Woodson, or anything like that, I really don't see why. Like, Jonathan Jones doesn't have the speed to really do. Oh no, he is the one with the speed. He goes to 99 speed, but he doesn't have a power up. I was gonna say, yeah, he's just gonna get a 97. He has no power up, so I didn't like that. Casey Hayward is too slow, and then Tre'Davious White I think was a good card because he gets chem to a 95 plus a 398 speed. But looking at the corners that I have with the Rod Woodsons and the stuff like that, could I get rid of him and just go Tre'Davious White? He's 5'11". It's an inch between them. You got Night Train. He's a monster. Deion Sanders, there's no comparison to that. I don't know. I guess you could argue that he's better than Rod Woodson, but is it worth it for us to go and sell Rod Woodson and then go Tre'Davious White, like right now, because he has a 98 speed, as opposed to this guy? I think he goes to 96? He goes to 97 because he has a 49er chem. Tre'Davious White would go to 98 with the power up. So, and he has crazy press, good zone, and good man. So he's a guy. Okay, I'll add him in as a W. We're gonna add him in as a W. So I'm glad I went and I showed you guys that. And then finally, the strong safety. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna say Jamal Adams. They gypped him on his speed. They gypped him on his speed. This dude was 99 speed team of the year last year with the chems. This is a joke. 93 plus 3, 96 speed. Really? 98 hit power was great. Chem it to a 99. But with Tillman getting an upgrade in a couple weeks, is it really worth it? It's not. It's absolutely not. That's the real truth about the team of the year. There are very, very specific players that I would even take a chance on. And again, Tre'Davious White, George Kittle is probably my top guys. All right? Everything else as far as linemen and what you guys want to do, that's up to you how you guys want to do it. If that's something that you want to do. Don't make the mistake of adjusting your team just because you saw somebody else do it or because you think, oh, his overall is higher. If your team is working for you right now, do me a favor, leave it alone, let it be. Because you're going to end up like me, you're going to lose a lot of coins because dudes are going to be straight garbage. And that's pretty much where we are with it right now. I just want to point out, I'm going to stick with field generals unless the game is tuned for whatever reason. I think that they are the best and ideal QBs in the game because they're able to put the ball where they actually want it. Okay, with that lead pass elite. That's what I got for you guys right now. That's what I believe. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with what cards and which cards is working for you, and we can go from there. Always remember to check the community comments before you ask a question that's probably answered by me in the video or by somebody else that usually comes in and helps out in the comment section. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully all of you have a blessed day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.